And
we are going now.
2,
3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Phew.
The
Coffee is working.
Woo-hoo. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dark Horse Tackle Live. It is Thursday night, everyone. Happy Thursday.
You guys know the deal.
Yeah, man. Tonight we got some pretty slick stuff to tell you guys about before we get into the main topic tonight, which is Josh.
No, it's not me, but it is ice out bass fishing.
Yeah.
We
Pre-spawn.
We are all in agreement that, based on our personal experience, our favorite time to go out and catch big bass is when the ice is pretty much.
I can't say. I fucked my foot.
All right. Yeah, just turn it off. Just turn it off. All right, man. That's awesome. There we go. Don't turn it off or nothing. Just keep it on, actually.
Just leave it.
But
just leave it.
Are you still watching your movie?
No, I'm not. I'm trying to open up the Instagram Live.
There you go.
No.
Oh, dude, I hate how it opens up on Reels immedially. That makes me so upset. And it's always sound on.
Dude, it was some dude in a neck brace. What why are you showing me this?
You get on my personal Instagram. There's likelihood you're going to hear something you don't like. So
probably.
All
right.
No, we're going to be talking
I got
about
eyes on IG.
Oh.
Whoa.
Well, there's that too.
Bang.
Hey.
It's just spoiler.
We'll get to that later.
How are we doing? So
Rainbow Bright.
Ice out is basically ice in.
Hold it for the main topic, buddy.
We haven't even gotten into the intent yet. We've been listening to Instagram Reels on people's configuration. So
a sneak peek of
my favorite time. Our favorite time to catch big bass, and genuinely for like the beginning of the year, your best time to catch a big bass in the area that we live in is right now, and that is the ice out. And that's what the discussion is going to be today. We've got Tyler Bean. He is a Dark Horse tackle angler, professional kayak tournament angler as well, who lives in Florida.
Videographer, YouTube.
Dude, banger of a videographer.
Yeah,
absolute
sick.
hammer.
Sick.
And we're going to talk to him about Florida's version of ice out. We don't, this year they got one, but we'll talk to him about most cases, see how that goes.
We don't know what that looks like.
We don't know what that looks like. Winter in the South to me, I always assumed was like 40 degrees, and they were like, you guys have no idea how bad it is here. I saw my breath this morning.
I had to put on a hoodie.
I put on pants. I didn't wear flip-flops today. But we got some cool stuff coming.
Yeah,
what
man.
Do we got coming?
I'm very excited to let everybody know we have got a massive restock coming in H&H custom baits. Yeah, huge. Jigs, they're bladed jigs. It's all the good stuff from H&H. We'll have it here in probably about 3 weeks. We also have a massive restock coming from Magnum. That's right, the rag stick.
The only stick
the cheat code
to use.
Yeah, the cheat code. Plus, we're going to be getting some of his punch beefs. Hey guys, we're doing something a little different here at Dark Horse Tackle. We are
carrying baits.
The box is no longer dictating what is in the bait shop. The bait shop is now starting to dictate what is in the boxes and the packs.
The intent with this, guys,
should say you are starting. You, the people who purchase things from the bait shop, are dictating what is in the bait shop.
Right.
That's how that works.
Give the people the power.
What we really want to do as Dark Horse Tackle, we started long before Zach was here. It was just a subscription box. And long into Zach being here, it was just a subscription box. And we're not breaking away from the subscription box. I don't want people to think just because we carry baits and nets and kayak accessories and really cool lithium batteries that we're not going to make a subscription product. We will more than likely always have a subscription product. It's going to take a lot for us to get rid of
the linchpin.
Yes. The subscription product will be the last thing to go if Dark Horse Tackle ever goes that way.
And even if it all burns up into fire, I'm sure there will still be
a box
about
somewhere.
30 unmarked boxes in every member of Dark Horse Tackle's home that we don't know what's going on in them.
We need something that doesn't start off at either $13.99 or $34.99. Like we need, we need some baits, and we want to sell you baits.
I would like to talk about something. First of all, huge props to Talk. Way to go, Talk. Way to go. It's been a long time, and he just won on the BPT.
Yep.
Over there at Gunnersville?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. No.
No.
Where were they at? Hartwell.
Was it Hartwell?
Hartwell.
I can't remember where he won at now.
I don't know, man. You've watched more
Hartwell,
fishing tournaments in the past
Hartwell.
week than I've watched in my life.
But
so
it was Hartwell.
It was Hartwell? No. Hartwell. What Hartwell wasn't Hartwell the second Elite Series stop? It was. Yeah, Hartwell was the second.
Mori.
He just won, man. Where was it? I think it was Gunnersville.
No.
Wasn't Gunnersville. Crap.
Gunnersville was Hank Cherry.
That's on the
Hartwell.
other side of the line. It was Lake Hartwell. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyways, he just won. And I'm glad you said Hank Cherry. There's something very similar about the way that both of those boys won, and it comes down to a color. And I really want to talk about this because I know that this color works. I personally do not have a ton of confidence in this color, but over and over and over and over and over again, we are shown that it is one of the bangingest colors in bass fishing, and that is chartreuse.
You have to hear it from me and Josh all the time because I do have confidence in that color.
I have. Listen, between chartreuse and orange, we talked about this a little bit last week. My take on chartreuse as a whole, whether it is a clear chartreuse or a fluorescent, opaque, bright chartreuse, is that no matter what presentation you're throwing, whether it be a crawdad, a crankbait, a spinnerbait, a buzzbait, a jig, if it is chartreuse, you are generating a reaction strike. You have completely lost realism, and you are going for sight and reaction based on that.
You're on one side of the line, imitation or attraction. You are on the attraction side of this line. I can't remember where I read that, but I like that terminology, like imitation or attraction, right? Like you're no longer imitating anything with this.
No,
but are we diving right into this?
No, we still got a little bit of time,
Okay.
and I have another
All right.
I have another announcement.
I'll hold back a little bit. Then.
Tuesday, I would like everybody to keep your eyes on the just dropped section of the bait shop of Dark Horse Tackle. We have got something wild dropping into the bait shop on Tuesday.
We do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
Get onto our website.
Yeah. darkhorsetackle.com.
Get on the World Wide Web.
You got a lightsaber, buddy?
Yes. Just trying to drop subtle hints. Nobody is going to. No,
But
this is actually a warm yellow. This is a recording light that actually goes that way when I sit at my black backdrop for making videos.
But yeah, we've got a really cool thing coming in, guys. Actually, something else. Just got the notification. Starting Monday, we will have a line of BKK hooks.
Yep.
For sale on darkhorsetackle.com. It will not go away. It'll always be there for you guys. Subscribers to the box or the pack, you get an immediate 10% off of all Wicked Weights and all BKK hooks. If you're subscribed to the box, you get the discount.
Yep.
So you don't have to do anything. It'll just pop up. But for everybody else that's not subscribed, we will have those hooks. They are going to be there. I'm not sure if we're going to do a promotion or not to get things going. We'll have to talk about that Saturday in the Dark Horse Tackle secret meeting.
You know what you need if you're going to start using those BKK hooks?
What's that?
You're going to need what I just got, because you don't want a BKK hook in your hand.
Yeah.
Broken Twigs landing net.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, I got a new net. I'm going to start using a net again. So this is my first interaction with Broken Twigs, and I had him custom make this one because
That's a short handle, bro.
It is a very short handle. That's what I like. It's the quick light hoop with the shortest handle that he makes. But he asked me, like, hey, do you have like a hockey stick brand that you like? And I was like, not particularly, but if you have something that's like high visibility, a really bright color, I lose these things all the time because I don't like to tether them in the kayak and dragging somewhere. It just gets pulled out, falls out, whatever. So I inevitably have to go backtrack and try and find it or search for it. So I was like, if you have something that's really bright for that inevitable situation, and he was like, yeah, give me a minute. He sent me a photo of like every hockey stick he had in the shop, and was like numbered them for me. But like, that's the cool thing about Broken Twigs or just working with, these small businesses is they do take the extra step, they go the extra mile to kind of like make you what you need.
Will you bring that net back up into the frame there?
Yeah.
So guys, this thing floats.
Yes.
Very important. Number 2, that hockey stick does not let go of your hand, even if you're not holding onto the grip. It's got some kind of
what's it called, Josh? Permagoo. But it doesn't.
Yes, permagoo.
It doesn't come off on your hands or anything. It's just like it just doesn't let go when you hold on to it. It's not going to slip out of your hands.
I've handled some buddies and stuff like with wet hands.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't change. It works when everything's wet or covered in fish slime or whatever else. So I'm pretty excited to give this thing a shot and not get a BKK hook in my hand this year.
Just in case you guys didn't know, but we do have Broken Twigs landing nets on the site in the Beyond the Baits section of the bait shop. I encourage you to go check it out. If you don't see what you want, reach out to us. We'd be happy to talk to Chris and see if we can't get everybody together and get what you want. That's the whole point of all this. So, but no, pretty cool, man. You know what? Do you guys got anything else on news and notes?
No.
No, just that Takahiro Mori was using old school 9-to-1 gear ratio zillion, and I think that's pretty cool.
Dude, he had 2 rods on his boat the entire time. Both had the same bait on them, just with different trailers.
One was a bladed jig.
Both of them were bladed jigs.
They were both bladed jigs.
Yeah, it's like a bladed jig is good for this time of year.
It's like it dominates the pre-spawn.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
pre-spawn.
Like
yeah.
Oh, pre-spawn.
So it's a pretty good.
I'm gonna tie pre-spawn up and make it my bitch.
We talked
That's what
about,
we should put in for the March box.
make the bass your bitch. The Dark Horse Tackle
Who's
box.
been a bad pre-spawn?
Why don't we go ahead and bring
let's
bring Mr.
Get
Bean
old Kyler Bean on here.
Hey guys, what's going on? How's it going?
Good, man. Yourself?
Doing good.
Yeah. Oh,
staying nice and warm down here. We got a cold front coming through. I think it's going to get down to 40.
Oh,
Scary. Scary.
How do you react to that? Is that like puffy jackets? And
I actually
down
like it cold, so I'm good with it.
What does that look like for you? So like the cold, I assume the coldest time of the year for you is January, February.
Yep.
Like how does leaving that, we're not necessarily going to talk about how you fish when it is that cold, but when it starts to escalate out of that and the temperatures start to rise, what does that look like in Florida? Like, is it just like one day it's 40 and then the next day it's like 80 degrees or like,
Man, that's in the same day.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
even down there in the Bassmaster event, it was like 40 degrees that morning. And by that afternoon, it was like 72 to 74. So like everybody goes out leaving and like bundled up. And then as soon as you get out there, you got to strip all back down.
We're getting into that, like what Zach, you and I went out last year. It snowed on us at the beginning of when unloading the kayaks. It snowed on us. And was almost 60 by the end of the day.
Yeah.
That was when we went out to those mines, right? The strip mines. Yeah. I do want to mention something, and officially in front of all of our followers and the whole Dark Horse Tackle Nation. Tyler, welcome to the team, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
We're glad to have you, man.
Glad
Tyler
to be
is now
representing.
an official Dark Horse Tackle staffer. If you guys got your January boxes, you got the last pamphlet that you'll ever get, but it had Tyler on there.
I was on it. Thank you.
Yeah, man. We did recreate that, by the way. I don't know if I sent you the link, but the January digital brochure is up. And if you guys go to the Dark Horse Tackle library and click on January 26th, it'll come up and that'll give you links to all Tyler's socials, so you can go check out his amazing stuff that he puts up on the Amazon. But let's get into the meat of it, huh?
Yeah. I mean, main topic here.
Yeah.
For us northern guys is ice out fishing. That to me, that is like the pre-spawn. Like the second that the ice melts, it's on like Donkey Kong for me. I don't care if it's 32 degrees. I don't care if it's 60. But down south, you guys, it's a little different. Like it's not that you guys don't always get ice. I am working so hard to get this thing removed from my basement right now. You have no idea.
Yeah, ours is a little different. I'd say our ice out period would be like December. When they really start munching, you get the bigger fish that are just putting on those feed sacks.
If we have a good season of ice up here, I feel like before the ice even melts, the fish are already pushing up to those places.
Yes.
And like when that ice comes off, they're there already.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
so they can tell the days are getting longer.
Well, pre-spawn happens before we think it happens.
Yeah.
They're already there, because I don't think I've ever gone fishing early in the spring and not caught them shallow ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, to me, I think that there is a period with ice fishing that it's kind of dead. And I think it's upon that melt. Like there's just a period where like the bass are kind of like, it's going to go away. It's going to go, I'm going to see the sun again. And I don't trust me as a fisherman, I don't have that big of an imagination of like what bass think or what bass do, but I do think that there is a sensation that they feel once that ice is gone. And that sensation is like time to go. And what I mean by bass, the imagination of like thinking like a bass is when people are like, well, if you look at the spade, it really looks like a crawdad. Dude, I catch fish on Cincos. Reg sticks.
Yeah.
Reg sticks.
Yeah.
Reading a comment, sorry.
Oh, okay.
With it, like you said, like December, is it like a light switch, kind of like it is up here? Like literally, like when the ice is off, it is like it's go time.
Man, it's
answered.
It's I definitely see like certain times, like if you get a couple days where it warms up, it just goes lights out, and you could just go catch them. But as soon as it gets cold, man, I'm telling you, as soon as it gets cold, they're like,
they just
nothing.
Now is that specific to the Florida strain bass?
I think it is, yeah.
So I mean,
it runs up into Georgia.
I know you fish for shoal bass a lot. Like, how's that work? Like, are
They
they
still
always?
eat, but they hold deeper around
Okay.
like the big boulders and stuff that are in the river. They'll get to those deeper pockets, kind of like smallmouth do.
Interesting.
But,
Yeah, I've noticed that, like you said, there's a part of the day, I experienced it a couple days ago. The high was like 48, but when it was 48, the sun was out. And there was a part of the day where clouds started to appear, and when those clouds appeared, it was like 5 degrees cooler. Like you could really feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And then cloud would go away, the sun would come back out, I'd continue catching fish. But then around like 3:30, I'm sitting there and my girlfriend's like, I'm really cold. And I'm like, dude, I am too. And I'm like, it's been like 15 minutes since I've gotten a bite. So I looked at my weather app and it's like, yeah, it's 42 degrees. And I'm like, we are not going to catch anything the rest of the day because they just shut down. They got their warmth.
Yeah.
Florida bass are like Florida people. Yeah. That's funny. I'll bet Florida bass are a lot happier in 55 degrees than Florida people are. But let's keep this in mind. Tyler is not from Florida.
No. No, but the Florida bass is the strain I would assume he'd be dealing with.
Yeah.
Yes,
more so than the northern. Yeah. Which
100%.
are known for not liking cold fronts.
They hate it.
Do any fish like cold fronts though?
Dude, northern bass are different, bro. They're different.
They eat. They eat continuously.
I think they have the impending doom of winter, like hanging over them, right? Like I think those like the northern strain tend to shake it off way faster the further north you go.
Yeah, they all have a little sign that they carry around that says winter is coming.
It's a weird thing. Like I mean, I can even say like Ohio, from the Ohio River area and southern Ohio, fish is way different than Erie area of Ohio.
Yes.
Like the fish behave quite
Ohio's
differently.
weird. Ohio's weird, dude. Like,
yeah.
I think as far as any state goes, like I'm serious, man. I don't know if any other state is like this, but like Columbus will be 48 degrees and 20 minutes north will be 40. And then 30 minutes south will be 56.
I legitimately do not like Ohio at all. Like I just
top
don't
5
like
bass fishing state.
I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It's all weird and flat, and like I like my
only part of it's weird.
I like my cozy little like when I walk out of my house, I can only see so far. You know why? Because we have geography. We have hills
and smog
and stuff and like you can only see so far, and it's cozy. Whereas in Ohio, you look out, like especially in the wintertime, and it looks like some kind of weird film from like Siberia.
Yeah, like I grew up keeping an eye on Indiana. It took me a drive there, but I kept an eye on it.
Just in case they were acting
just right here in the side of the periphery.
Yeah. Just look across the field.
You've got some decent topography where you live, right? You got mountains and stuff down there. No,
not down where I am. No. I look and all I see is marsh grass for miles and miles and miles.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Now you get up to about Macon, they got what they call the fall line, and that's about where you catch most of your shoal bass along that region.
That's like the foothills or the end of the Appalachian.
That's where it's just dropping off, falling off.
Yeah.
So talking about ice out. I can't, like, there's been multiple times that I've gone out a little too early in the year just because I couldn't shake the fishing itch. And I get to the body of water where I'm going, and it's literally only like, I don't know, maybe 20 feet of open water. There's still like ice over most of what I'm fishing. And it is a thing. You throw your bait up onto the ice and pull it to the edge, and then let it fall off.
Just drop it down the hole.
Dude, they get bit. They're all sitting right there on the edge of the ice. They're just all
sitting there waiting on something.
Which tells me that like they're there. They're ready. They're moving before we think they're moving.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things too. Like if you have a smaller body of water, or even bigger ones still here, like that's one of the ways I figure out like what areas warm first and the fastest is. I start looking at what ice is melting melting first before the rest of the reservoir, lake, or whatever. It can kind of help clue you into the puzzle a little bit up here. Like, oh, okay, that's one of those areas that, especially if it fits like the whole mold, right? Like, okay, there's a deeper drain over here, and
there's contour involved.
Deep is all relative, right? We know that like. Deep can be 6 feet, doesn't matter, as long as they have that, and then you kind of can predict where they're going next. Like,
no, there's a pond that I fish that it's weirdly shaped. It's shaped like a guitar.
The guitar pond.
and there are.
I'm gonna find it now.
I'll take you to it.
I've been to said pond.
There's the top handle of the guitar that's skinny, and then there's the bottom handle. And I think it was last year or the year before. It was last year. There was a bit of ice on the shallow end of it, but then the ice disappeared. And what I found out is that there's a ditch there. Like it's just shallow, and then it ditches out, and
that's why all the fish in that pond are always in the neck.
It's like every cast they're on.
They're
this
all
neck.
in the neck.
They've
got like this whole
Seriously.
massive place that they can be hanging out, but they're all in the neck.
And they all bite like in the same relative area, and it's all like somewhat in the middle. Like you're kind of fishing the middle of the body of water. Like I'm making casts across the pond, bank to bank. But when I'm dragging it out and I hit that ditch, that's where I get bit. It might be 30 feet away from the bank, but it's just a weird thing.
Except for where the bass tube is.
There's
always fish where the bass tube is.
But I think ice out for
easy
a majority of your anglers. Like I don't think a lot of people understand how big the fish are in comparison to the rest of the year. A lot of people talk about fall. That's when those fish are getting bigger. The pre-spawn, the ice out period, they are at their max. They are still hungry. Like you genuinely have a chance in every state in America outside of Alaska to catch a double-digit bass. Like you really do. It is the time to catch giants. And it's the time. And let's take the double-digit out of the equation, right? Because you hear the word double-digit, people get defensive. Co-parter, but you have a chance to catch the biggest bass you've ever caught.
Yes, absolutely.
However you want to. Like there's a lot of times where
especially when in places where there are ice, where there is ice, where the bass have been untouched for a month or two, maybe even 3 months. They are now dumb.
Yes.
Again.
They have forgotten.
It's reset. It's
the
a reset.
Goldfish brain is on.
Which is important.
And this is a great time to catch fish on those bright colors that you're not confident with. Great time. Great time. I want to see an all chartreuse box for you, my friend. See, I love that honey shad and that 3-alarm crawl. That's the 3-alarm, right?
Yeah.
I think the 3 alarms are red, orange, and yellow. What do you think?
Yeah.
I
want to put Tyler on the spot real quick.
Yeah.
What'd you think of February, buddy? What'd you think of the February bucks?
I think it was pretty good. I actually just got mine because I went home. I had to work up to this point, but I picked it up, and man, there's some good stuff in there. Like if y'all are coming down for the Kayak Adventure Series, that black and blue.
Yeah, bring them, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that black and blue is nice for that tannic water. Yeah, the February box, we got all the baits in and realized. Yes, sir.
It's a good looking swim jig.
Dude, that swim jig is. It is. I love how skinny the freaking head is, dude.
It's got that little narrow head. That'll come through grass really well.
Like, yeah.
Well, we got all the baits in for that box and realized, oh shit, we need a bigger box.
Yeah.
Sure did.
It's not going to fit.
We're going to need a bigger box.
Yes.
Yeah.
But luckily we were able to pivot and get a bigger box so we could put all that crap in there, because the last thing I want to do is we would have had to cut off the hanger of the one bait, and even at that point we still didn't have the depth that we would have needed, because everything's got a clamshell in that box.
And let me tell you, Tyler, one thing that we never liked was we've done a lot of things to survive and make do. We have cut plastic shell casings before, and let me tell you, cutting a couple hundred of those and then going, man, this really looks like garbage.
Well, it's dangerous, because when you cut those things, bro, they're sharp.
They get sharp.
They're sharp.
Yeah.
That's why I own these.
I own those. Those shears are great, man. I think they could cut through my car.
They actually will cut. They will cut very thin gauge metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be my car, because it was made in the past 10 years.
So we're talking about the pre-spawn.
The pre.
So Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about give us some juice about fishing the pre-spawn.
Well, we started touching on it, like especially where you have like the actual hard freeze, like where you get hard water. These fish, like, they get educated throughout the year. They forget everything over the winter. It's. I think that's honestly like one of the reasons that bright colors work so well, and it is that kind of. They're they are just inherently more reactive this time of year because they know what's coming. They know they're going to be kind of starving themselves and working off the fat reserves and whatever. So they're definitely actively eating. But I think, to me, that's why these, like, the super bright colors and stuff like that work. And it's not just crankbaits, like, it's everything. It's to me, it's like it's similar to fall, where it's like I'll start with something big, and then if it's just not working, I like immediately go the opposite direction, right? Like, so I usually start in the spring, like, with that, like, the really bright, loud, crazy colors. Yeah, the look at me stuff, right? And this is getting back into that. Like, are you imitating something or are you attracting something? Because if these fish are in that mood and they're looking, they're aggressive, and
they're way more apt to be aggressive this time of year.
If I was,
because they got a bunch of shit to do, because they got a thing coming up.
Yep.
They got to
eat, and now I got to think about this one thing I got to do.
They've got to look as big and beautiful as they can for the man of their dreams.
That's true.
But
or the other way around.
The 11-incher
the man
of their
just
dreams.
has to make
for the little tiny guy.
Yeah, for the guy that they could eat in most cases. But see, I find myself in a general sense, right? I fish that way. Am I attracting something? Am I trying to get something to react, or am I trying to get something to naturally eat this? Like, a lot of times I'm throwing black, or I'm throwing something that's bright, whether it's a white or a chartreuse. Like, there's always an element. Zach will tell you, there's always an element of chartreuse on any given day.
Even if he has to, like, pull out his marker and color all over the beautiful baits that we put in our boxes and in our bait shop. Just colors all over them like they're nothing. Just like they're crap. Just colors all over.
I did exactly what they were meant to do, because sometimes people can't give you the chartreuse tip that you want, but sometimes you want to customize it anyway. Okay. What I'm trying to do is give them just something to look at. Hey, there's
some people are just never happy.
A boring little green pumpkin bait coming your way. What is that green dot on it? I gotta eat it. And it smells like garlic.
There's another great way to do that, and it is a bit of the tackle tip tonight. So I don't know if we want to dive into that.
No, you hold on to that. You hold on to that tip,
bro. To it, because it's.
So I know you normally don't have an ice thing going on, Tyler, but like this time of year, like when the bass first start acting like they're gonna start moving, like what do you rely on down there in the South?
Man, it's all weather driven. I mean, and like the other day in Kissimmee, all those fish were set up out in a little deeper water, waiting to move up. They were there. They were all just waiting to move up into the flats and spawn. And just like a light switch, it can go off. So, that's going to play a big thing for me. But whenever it does warm up, I like just going out there with a swim jig, because I can do kind of both, anything with it. I can cover the shallow water, I can kill it, let it sit on the bottom and hop it like a regular jig, and it'll go through all that cover and grass that we're fishing.
Yeah.
So for me, it's kind of like a one thing does everything. It still can be kind of finessey, and you could shake it real, put a big profile swim bait on the back and make it just that big flashy thing that they're going to eat.
Up here, because of ice or lots of snow melt or whatever, our water is normally either dirty or a weird, completely different color.
Murky.
Right? Super murky.
It's
Do you guys experience anything like that down there in the South?
Our water is like coffee all the time.
Yeah.
Well, the tannic water, right?
You got that red dirt down there too, don't you?
That's a little more north.
Okay.
That's like middle Georgia.
Well, that's good.
So you're down in the black water all the time.
I'm in the black water. I'm just above the state line. So
do you experience like any kind of clarity change?
There is clarity. I mean, there's definitely certain portions, like in Florida. So here's a big thing that a lot of people don't realize in Florida. It's pretty flat. and the wind blows like 15 to 20 every day across Florida. So like you go out there on a lake, any given lake, Orange Lake, Kissimmee, whatever,
It's
you're
pushing the
getting like,
clarity.
yeah, you're going to
So
have one bank that
it's
has
stirring up
more.
that cup of coffee.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you'll have one side that has more color to it, and then the other side will be kind of clear. And then if it has a lot of grass, that grass is going to filter some of that water. So you'll get little pockets of clear water. And essentially you're looking for that cleaner water, unless you like fishing that dirty water.
So they don't. So is that a preference that you know of? Like, is that a preference for the bass down there? Do they prefer the cleaner water?
I've caught them in both, so it's kind of hard to say. I try and lean towards the cleaner water. Like I didn't fish Kissimmee in that tournament because I couldn't find any real good clean water. So I moved up to Toho, which has more grass in the water and is cleaner, and caught more. Now,
Dude, they screwed up my lake. That's closest to me by they're trying to kill a lot of the grass.
spraying it.
And yeah, what they've done is because they killed all the grass, we lost our filter. And
Yep.
now the water is just turbid
Stays mud.
as hell.
Yep.
And there's nothing to filter it out and clean it. So I know that the chemicals they're spraying don't necessarily kill the bass directly, but you start to screw up their habitat.
Yeah, it gets rid of all the grass, and all
Yep.
the food that they eat stays in that grass.
I
Yup.
just feel like that change, something drastic like that, especially when it's chemically derived, because you're messing with pH at that point, right?
It puts them in a funk for a while.
It's more than habitat,
Yeah.
and I feel like it's real quick to get them messed up. Like it's similar, like an algae bloom. Imagine an algae bloom, but the opposite of an algae bloom with chemicals being a chemical catalyst.
It makes me think of like when we got blasted with all the like wildfire smoke from Canada, a couple of years ago, where it was just, we were all existing in this just awful haze, and it was like, man, like you just didn't want to be outside to do much, right? Like you kind of hunkered down a little bit, like that. That's what I feel like the bass do every time their habitat or their grass gets sprayed. It's like they're just
Not
like,
to anthropomorphize them.
I don't want
What does that
to
even
go
mean?
out in that.
And then like the
Sean,
grass
where's
dies, so
Sean?
you get the decay of the grass. So then you got like that silty junk on the bottom. All the
crap.
oxygen is deprived out of the water.
Right.
Exactly. That is the biggest problem.
You're just
with killing
choking them
that.
out.
And on top of that, when you kill all that, not only does it deplete the oxygen, but there is such a thing as nutrient pollution.
Yep.
It's better to mechanically remove the grass than it is just to kill it, because when you kill it, you're actually putting too many nutrients into the water at one time, and it's actually a form of pollution and actually can be detrimental and is detrimental to the bass. I just learned
The
that.
atrophic upsurge.
Yeah. Oh, look at you. What was that word?
Yeah. Atrophic upsurge.
Atrophic.
Ooh, that'll be a topic.
Oh, you guys talk for a minute. I gotta do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's some of that old stuff, whenever your creeks and stuff get silted in over time, and you just lose all those nutrients.
Yeah,
and
what they're doing,
just the fish kind of move away.
a lot of guys to preserve like the creeks and rivers and the beds and the nutrients that the beds provide. A lot of guys are creating like false beaver dams to get it all. When the rainwater comes down, it'll dam up. It'll get that silt reactivated, and then it'll slowly send it down through,
trickle back down.
Yeah, it'll trickle back down and repopulate, refeed, whatever you want to call it. That's a big deal. But I mean, that's more of a human effort. Like your game and fish efforts are more about like destroying total ecosystems rather than rebuilding them, because they want to see more pontoon boats on the water.
That's right.
Tourism
money.
The water skiers can't ski.
Yeah, what the hell? I was swimming in the lake, and you're not going to believe it. There was an aquatic piece of vegetation that touched my foot, and I thought it was a fish.
I freaked out.
I got real scared. My daughter's pissed. You have no idea how much I pay for this boat license.
Oh my God, we were so excited about tonight's live that we completely forgot to tell you guys, and I completely forgot to turn it on, which I will do right now. But give me about 5 minutes, and for the last half of this live,
suspense is killing.
You've got 10% off.
Shoot.
On all orders. On all orders to the Dark Horse Tackle site. I'm going to turn it on here as soon as I get done talking. And on top of that, if your order is over $50, you will get free baits from the closeout section. So I'm gonna let you guys carry the live on. I'm gonna go dark and I'm gonna go fix that right now.
Yeah, so if you guys want to save 10% and potentially get yourself a free pack of baits from our closeout section, that's me speaking.
There's currently some pretty good stuff in the closeout too.
Go to Google and type in Dark Horse Tackle because that helps our organic SEO optimization. And check out what we got. Like we said, a lot of new stuff coming, but 99.9% of what we already had is still there. So come on. Find you something for the pre-spawn. Find you something to dominate the pre-spawn.
So with like, I'm thinking like like vegetation. You know, I think up here we always hear like, you know, find that harder structure. Find like the rock, the riprap, the whatever. I don't know how much there is in South Georgia, Florida. Like,
so the fish, and I've heard pros talk about it. What you'll do when you ride around in Florida, you'll run around the kayak and stick your rod tip down in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's only going to be 4 to 7 foot deep.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much limited. There's a few lakes that go deeper than that, but not many. But stick your rod tip in there. If it's crunchy, you got sand bottom. If it's mud, keep moving.
You're looking for a hard bottom. Yeah. Right. I mean, that's actually pretty similar to like the lakes up here. I mean, look, we got a lot of silt. You guys got a lot of silt too, because I mean, Ohio with it, even though it's, you know, it's a little higher on the sea level, it's still like questionably like lowland in some areas.
Yeah, well, especially like you get into those flatter parts of the state with all the ag land around it, man.
Yes,
like
you've got a bunch of soft ground that's just kind of
runoff that's just kind of going into places.
Yeah, it's like what happens to ponds when they don't dig them right. Like people dig ponds just to use it as a water refuge, you know, or whatever they're using it for. It's all recycled water, but you give those ponds 10 years. And the pond that used to have that nice 3-foot embankment on it that you could parallel real good has now just become this silt line that eventually bowls
out. Just a big mud puddle.
Big old mud puddle, big bowl. But yeah, I like that. Finding you some sand. Zach, make sure you're listening to that when you go down there.
Yep.
Get you. He needs to bring his cheap rod, though. He might. I don't know. You might break it.
Break an island.
Bring that old 13 fishing just to.
Well, I know, like when I get up like pretty shallow, I will have.
Bro, I already broke that.
I'm
thing.
Always
exactly. Bring it anyway.
Kind of push pulling around.
Right. Right. And you know,
yeah, I mean, even your paddle, you could stick your paddle in if your paddle goes down.
Yeah.
Past the end of the blade.
I like that push pull because it's hollow fiberglass. Like you can hear it all the way up.
You can feel it, dude.
Remotely. Yeah.
That it's a unique feeling to stick your fiberglass or carbon push pole into a silt and just feel that silt in your hand from 8 feet up. That's a real gross feeling. I'm not a fan of that one whatsoever. I always feel gross taking it out, dude. I'm just like, and then
if you put your push pole in the ground, it takes off from you. It's probably a gator. You probably want to get out of there.
Just push in a little harder. Go for a ride.
That's a new one. I haven't fished around gators very much, so
they don't bother you. The biggest thing you'll see, like if you throw top water a bunch, is the little ones like to chase the top water.
Kind of chase at it, yeah.
Oh my god, you'll hook them,
dude.
they'll eat a whopper plopper just as good as a bass.
All right.
That's crazy, man. That'd be kind of fun though. A little risky, but kind of fun. No, I am excited for the beginning of the year. I'm excited for you guys to go down there and fish. I hope you guys get good weather. Like I hope it's like a reasonable transition. I really hope that it's because sometimes in Ohio, here's what happens. Like I know tomorrow's going to be probably the day for me to go because that's going to be my opportunity. It's going to be like 50 something degrees. Kind of cloudy.
High 60, buddy. High 60.
Yeah, we got a low pressure front coming through though, so it should be dewy and kind of like it should just be a really good day to kind of go out and throw whatever you want. But I know within the next week, we're going to have a day where it's like tapping 70 and it's just unseasonably warm. And that starts that funk. We get an Ohio funk. And I'm sure you guys get a Florida funk too, where like you have a nice, consistent like weather stream where it's like, cool, like pre-spawn is here. And then like for the next 3 days, it's 80 degrees. And it's like, that just forced it. It's going to force that spawn. That is like my least favorite thing that happens because I don't particularly like fishing the spawn because I suck at it. And you know, like I just really like pre-spawn, and the pre-spawn in Ohio is a very special thing to me. It can be a long-winded process, or it can be cut short very fast with just a couple of days weather. And that's always what scares me.
Yeah.
Ours just doesn't get, it shuts off pretty quick. So, you know, if you get a couple days in a row that are warming up, you got to get up there.
It's time.
You're going to get one of those days where it's like, all right, cut off. We're going back down there.
Yep, exactly.
Get outside the grass line and sit on that outer edge grass and just sit there and wait.
If you can anticipate it and kind of like, this is like still pre-spawn. If you can like see that, like watch that weather trend and say like, okay, this is where they were at, you know, and then you just fall into that cold trough. Like to me, usually that first day of a cold front, man, you're lucky if you get a handful of bites. Yeah. The next day though, they're still right there, like in that like they just slide off into that like deep spot. Yeah. Usually you can start finessing them and getting them to go again, but you got to be patient with it. But this circles back around to like, this is one of the best times to catch those like giant fish.
Oh, the giants, like, for sure.
When they do go up shallow, they do kind of spread out a little bit. Like they'll be in a general area, but they will spread out. When they slide out into that deeper water, they kind of consolidate again sometimes. So I know like my PB largemouth is an Ohio fish, and it's 8.2, and it was during this time, like right in the trough of a cold front is when I got that fish to go. And it was just like, okay, I like the warmer days, I've been catching them in, you know, that foot of water way up in the dirt. We fell off into a big cold front. I was like, I think I was on the phone at the time, like when I hooked that fish, like bitching about the wind, and it was cold, and I was like, I don't know, like spitting rain on me and 40 degrees. And then I missed a bite, and I was like, oh, hang on, like flip my worm back in there. And I was like, I got to call you back. Like phone on the rug leash, just dropped it. And like, so that was like, don't discredit the cold fronts this time of year. Like you can still,
it's all relative,
but it's, but like, man, like in this particular place, like if you know where they're going and to spread out and spawn, if you drop into a hard cold front, like they kind of pull back into the same little area, and it really consolidates them again. So if you've been on them, don't like lay off of them just because it's.
They're not going to go too far,
place.
Right?
Yeah, they're not. They're just going to hit the next dip,
dude. Go far.
And another thing, like in Florida, you'll catch a bunch of the males first up shallow. So if you notice you're catching a bunch of males, just look at what the closest transition is to you. And go fish that. And a lot of times those bigger ones,
where all the females are sitting.
That access to deep water. That's where
there'll be a little channel or something that shoots up there, and I would go run that whole line. Like the other day, I caught a bunch of males in this one section and shot out to the closest deep water I could find. I think I got like 8-9 foot on Kissimmee or on a Toho, and first fish I hooked was a 19, just like that. Oof. And it, just went out and tried to upgrade it from there because I had got my limit on the males, and I was like, all right, well, let's see if we can capitalize on this.
To answer that question, Michael Bradley, with the tack toad, you want to push that head up. You want to push that tack toad up over the weight.
Yep.
That's how you want to rig that.
I'm a 50-50 guy.
It depends on the bait, but with the tack toad, you want it to
push it all the way up over the head.
If I can, I will. If it doesn't destroy my bait, I'll do it. Nice.
Stick it in the water before you do it.
Real quick,
Yeah.
before Ryan
slide
takes
over
over
you.
here, I want to let everybody know that sale is live. That's 10% off your order. And I put it active until 10 p.m. tonight since we were slow to get it up. So until 10 p.m. tonight, you can get 10% off your order. If you order over $50 worth of stuff, make sure you go to the closeout section and add 2 of those baits because they will be free. All right? Just to let everybody know that it will be live until 10 p.m. this evening. And on saying that, I do want to let you guys know that the first thing I'm going to do once we end this live is I'm going to head over to Bass After Dark and watch their podcast because you guys might hear something about Dark Horse Tackle on Bass After Dark. They're new partners of ours. We're really excited and proud about that. So go over there and listen to Brian the Carpenter and Ken Duke have something to say about Dark Horse Tackle. Ryan, the stage is yours, buddy.
Yeah, I've been. If you were here at the beginning, you got a pretty big hint.
Yeah, he just flashed everything right up.
yeah. Open the trench coat. There it is. So bright colors. That's kind of where we're going with this. But not just crankbaits. Like I got this. I grabbed this out of the box just to kind of make a point. We talk about the bottom color of a crankbait being like the most important color because it's the thing that's throwing the contrast through the water. So we're gonna bring them back.
There he is.
This crazy thing, right? Like, you can do this with other baits, and
that makes me feel so bad in my soul to look at that color.
Yes,
it's painful. Well, if you think about this, right? If you're throwing this combination of spinnerbait, right? If you bump a stump or a branch, a lay down, a tree, or whatever with this, what happens? The skirt flares. And what's it do? It reveals all that big pop of chartreuse. And right before you start your retrieve, it goes away. So it's like this flat, like reactive flash, right? I do this with, and like it doesn't. This is loud. This is the far extreme end of this, right? And I know this is absolutely
it's rainbow bright.
I'll take it away, Zach. I'll take it away. The boogeyman's gone. You can do this with more natural colors too. I actually I do it a lot with like green pumpkin swim jigs, and bladed jigs and things like that. But especially swim jigs because when you just pulse the rod, like you can flare that skirt, and it's the same thing as like, you can take your markers or your, spike it diff and whatever and add your chartreuse tail or whatever, or you can just add a chartreuse trailer. It's kind of covered up most of the time until you hit something, rip it out of the grass, and like that skirt really flares big. And it's like, if something's been kind of tracking it, like it can like catch some fish off guard in a way that like, just like, oh Jesus, like, and it again is its purpose, that chartreuse's purpose is attraction and reaction. It is not imitating anything. I think I've heard like a couple instances where people are like talking about fishing like really clear water flats, and I think this is even more mostly saltwater where like some schools of bait fish may take on like a chartreuse hue and whatever bright tropical sunlight, which is never where we're at. So I don't know what the bass think it is, but it is a reactive thing to them. So that's your tackle tip: is use some chartreuse, use some bright colors. Like I think, do we still have like the really bright pink ones too? I think Fisher
really bright pink. What?
Not the dagger. What is the warbird?
The warbird. Yes, we do have. I think we have one pack of the Molly Pritchard.
It's bright.
If you know that, that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure it's Molly Pritchard. It's Molly Pritchard or Molly Hatchet, but I don't think it's Molly Hatchet because I feel like that's a band.
The three that I can think of offhand, you've got the Fisher Dye dagger, which is what was on that one, that bright chartreuse. We have the warbird in that bright pink. I'm not going to try to remember Molly Pritchard.
I gotta look now.
Or the Treaty of Paris, because I know that one's the chartreuse one.
Or Tecumseh or King George's wig.
Yeah.
But the what was the other one? The baby bug. The baby bug right now from Black Label. We have that Swamp Magic.
Swamp Magic, I believe.
I think it's Swamp
also,
Magic.
the
That real
MDP,
bright orange.
the MDP Vixen. The Vixen, the Somatis Vixen is in a pink. That is insanely pink.
Yeah.
It is not Molly Pritchard. It is Molly Pitcher. Close enough. Do I get points,
Now,
everybody? I think I
will
get some
say
points.
that your pearl white can act in that same way in more more natural conditions. You can do that with a more subdued color. I'm going to the extremes because we're in that mode. We're in that time frame where these fish are very reactive and they are very easy to attract and get to react.
Hey, listen, St. Nick, we've been working with Fish or Die for a while. We know our American history because we work with Fish or Die. Not only do you get amazing baits that will catch you bass, but you also get a history lesson.
History lesson in every pack.
And that dagger, by the way, bonus. It's like it's a phenomenal bladed jig trailer. So
it also excels just nose hooked.
Yeah. Ball head jig.
Straight up nose hooked.
Wrecking Ball, Deception Minnow.
Also works like that. Yeah.
Great little bubble gum bait.
You know what? There's and the small Deception Minnow, if you spend $50 or more, is in the closeouts.
It is.
It is.
It is closeouts right now.
Great trailer for the which we don't have them right now.
Speaking of Inception, though, there are some Inception baits that do have some of those like bright reactive colors. So definitely,
yes, absolutely. Before we let you go, Tyler, you want to give the Dark Horse Tackle folks here just give them a little bit of juice for pre-spawn.
Or pre-spawn for Florida or for down up y'all's way? I don't think I fish enough up there.
Just some juice.
In general.
Some general juice.
So
not necessarily grapefruit, not necessarily orange or apple, but maybe like a cocktail.
I'm along with what Ryan was saying. I had a lot of success last year throwing like a green pumpkin jackhammer and putting just a blaze orange trailer on the back.
Oh,
because it is covered up, and as soon as you pop it on something like a log or tree stump or whatever, you could trigger that bite.
Nice.
And
Tyler,
I love the contrasting colors.
We're gonna have to get you on. We're gonna have to get you on the cheapskate tip here, buddy.
Yeah. No, I got a couple of cheapskates. I did get
okay.
We'll get you. Well, hell or high water, we're gonna get you on there. You wait.
I'm a changed man.
Yeah. I think it was a Steppenwolf song that said, "Goddamn the pusher man." That's what we do. But yeah, we're gonna say goodbye to Tyler. Thank you so much for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Yeah, man.
Thank y'all for having me on.
See you here soon
to the team, buddy.
Yeah, I can't wait to see y'all down there in Florida. Man. Hopefully, y'all get some big ones. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a good week.
I plan on it. I'm going to rack.
I'm excited.
There's a lot of water in play, so
that might be the first time I actually get to fish. Period in 2026.
Dang.
Not a bad way to start, man.
No,
well, it's a good. Yeah, I mean,
no preconceived.
I think it's a good time. I think it's a good time. I think the weather's going to be good enough. There'll be fish spawning, and there are some big fish in that area.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen 28s on boards before.
Wow.
So, all right, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right,
Have a good night,
fellas. Y'all
see you, Tyler.
Oh, I cut him off a little
bit
there.
You did. I think he was going to
tell us to travel safe. So
yeah,
something like that.
Right.
Something like that. Well,
we're also at our end too.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up. We went a little long on some segments today. Nobody hit the bouncy ball thing as often as they should have.
That's okay.
I don't know. It was worth it. It was good information.
No, I think so.
I'm telling you guys, if you guys have open water, go fish, man. Go fish. It's not as hard as you think. It's not as scary as it sounds. Just go fish.
And they're doing the thing. Like they're doing it.
They're
like
eating.
right now. Like
They're eating.
way before you think they are.
You're sitting
They're
at home
ready
eating
before you
bonbons
are.
and they're eating.
That's right. That's right. They're working. I mentioned it earlier, but I do want to let all you guys know that we are now working with Bass After Dark. So once we log off here and you guys want to continue the bass awesomeness of Thursday, hop off of here, get on to Bass After Dark, give them and us that little extra finger movement, that little click. Let us know you like it. And hey, if you're feeling really crazy, get on and put a little comment under the live.
Yeah.
Say, hey, this is cool. Or, hey, I really wish you guys would have done more of this or more of that.
I love Dark Horse Tackle.
Yeah. That's all I got, boys. What do you got?
Go bombard the Bass After Dark live.
Yes. Yeah, let them know.
Yeah, go do that.
Let them know where you're coming from.
Dark Horse Tackle Takeover.
I love it.
That's all I got.
That's it. I
I'm
second
going
that.
to go get some stuff ready and go fishing tomorrow.
That's it. Kill it, Josh.
All right. See y'all later.
Love you guys.
See y'all.
See you next Thursday.